Hey guys, my name is Meads. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a review for the SH Figuarts Vegeta, one of the most awaited DBZ release so far in the SH Figuarts line. And I'm quite happy I'm able to acquire this early, because usually the Figuarts Dragon Balls sells out after a month or so release. So if you haven't had a chance, go grab it before they're gone. Actually pre-ordered mine at Tatsu Hobby. I think they have a second batch pre-order so far, so check that out. And actually quickly checking, yep, I think it's still available and it's gonna come out end of next month. So if you haven't got yours, pre-order yours. So here's the box, quite nice. Has that kind of like the pixelated look on the center cover, which most Figuarts have. On the back, kind of gives you more of the poses and things you can do with Vegeta. And I guess you have effect parts. Seems like they're adding that on the recent Figuarts release, which is great. And we have more, and seems like he has a tail, might be detachable. And on the top we have Yariko Ho, which is Gallic Gun in America. It's a special attack. And the bottom, get the warning token hazard sign. Yep, and this will probably run you about $40 to $50 depending where you get it. But you know, nonetheless, a great figure and a must-have for DBZ fans out there. Alright, so I haven't actually opened this yet. I'm gonna go check it out. Alright, and we got a couple of things here. Actually, for the instruction manual, it's kind of interesting how this is actually quite descriptive than other ones I've seen so far. So we got different heads, different arms, tail attachments right there. It does come with a stand, and actually comes with 3 of this stand connectors and other disclosure things. And actually it's kind of funny. Please handle with care and store out of reach of children younger than 15 years old. And this is a toy collectible, not your average toy that you give to kids. So yeah. Alright, so that's that. And here's a plastic clamshell, and lots of hands, as you can see here. Effect parts, and you do have several faces, so you get 4 total. And they apply that little bit of paper to protect from paint from sticking to the plastic. Really great. And you do have that Tamashi Stage 4 base here with 3 stands and with a clamp right there. So that's pretty cool that they actually jammed a lot of stuff for this release. So I'm pretty impressed and I'm quite glad. Right, so why don't we open it up? And the first thing we notice are the pre-shading, which is great. You have a little bit of purple on the white pieces, the gloves, the armor, and the boots right here, which is great. Gonna show the creases more. Same thing with the blue parts. There's pretty much black or gray pre-shading, which is great. Actually not black, but it's kind of like really dark navy blue, and kind of show his muscles, and it kind of goes all over his body. I did notice there's this part on his butt. It's kind of like a connector part, which I'm not too sure what's that for. Maybe it was supposedly a connector, but they didn't work out. Yeah, or maybe for the tail. It's kind of weird, but it's there. Yeah, and this is really great. Alright, so why don't we start with the head first and work our way down. One thing I want to point out, it's a prevalent issue with my SH Figuarts Dragon Ball, is the neck joint. This is so easy to pop off, and I have no idea what's wrong with it. It's probably the ball joint, but sometimes it holds still, but sometimes you can easily pop it off. I've tried adding a little bit of paper towel or tissue to kind of give it a little bit more friction, but it only works on certain ones. This one I've tried, it doesn't. But yeah, I mean, just a heads up, you're gonna have that issue with the neck. I mean, it seems like it's loose and it pop off easily. But yeah, wish it was a straight peg. Anyways, you have this here, it goes up, and you have one that's Actually, this is the same, huh? Let me try this. This other one here where he's shouting. Let's put this on. And I think the same head. Oh, that's kind of interesting, but why don't we try this? Let's put this on and see if they have the same problem we did. And it's kind of hard. Let me try to put this on. Alright, I managed to put it on and it's actually kind of stiff, and this one holds it perfectly. That's kind of interesting. So the first head doesn't, it's kind of bigger than, the peg hole is a lot bigger than this, so this one works. And actually finally realized what the difference is. For this counter, there's a little bit more gap here for the ear, so we can put this on the left eye, and there we go. Works quite well, and that's actually quite amazing that they have that gimmick. I thought it's gonna be just a whole face that you swap out, but this is really nice. And you can do it with other faces. You have this guy right here that is angry, and this one where he's, I don't know, feels like he's constipated. There's like sweats there. Or maybe he's struggling. But yeah, or charging up actually too. But yeah, it's quite nice. Alright. Now moving down the shoulder armor, it's actually kind of interesting how it's like that. And it's a little bit movable, which is great for a lot of articulation. You do have a bicep swivel, kind of like your first Super Saiyan Vegeta. So it doesn't really restrict much of his movement. Fairly good. Alright, and moving down, and you have flaps here for the front skirt, side skirt. There's nothing on the back. And you have the tail. Actually, there's a ball jointed tail. And actually, let's do a swap out. So for this one, you take off this ball joint here and the ball joint connecting to his base of his backbone. There we go, and it's flexible, which is great. And we put this one. There's a blue ball joint. Pegs in right there, and he has a tail. So I think you can move it to the side. Kind of shows it off. It's really great. Wonder if you can do that to Goku. Have a Goku's tail or Gohan. But that's a cool gimmick. And I'm just gonna put back the regular one. It's wrapped around his waist later on. And moving down. I didn't paint the boots this time to be more anime accurate. But again, nice boots, all white. And you have a little bit of lettering here. And I think that's my serial number right there. Need a lot of these guys. Alright, and what else is there? Oh, forgot to mention the hands. There's gonna be a lot of them. Let's see. Let me fix that. Alright, the first one is the fold arms. And I'm not quite particularly fond of this, guys. Especially for Piccolo. They don't work. I'm not gonna even try it, and I don't want to loosen up that swivel on the biceps. But I mean, you can kind of do it without it. I know it doesn't seem quite right, but I mean, it's one of the poses that I'm gonna be hardly be using. So it's there if you want to do that. Otherwise, you have other hands. Let's see. Why don't we try? There's one that's pointing over here, and we'll just swap it out. And you have that peg right there, which is quite easy to swap out. Actually quite sturdy too. And I think that this is where I think it's one of his attack towards Krillin. And before he kills Krillin, I think. And we also have hands for blast, which I will show in a bit. This one for charging up his, I'm just gonna call it Gallican. Yeah, so quite nice. What else? And you have this one. So I'm gonna do a little bit of swap out and have this effect bar for he smashes the counter. And there we go, his epic pose, over 9,000. Yep, yeah, it's quite great that they have that extra gimmick with a smash counter. And again, the effect parts, it's actually kind of interesting that you have one that kind of goes from his palm like so, and you have the pretty much the energy ball right there. And these are really detailed. I really like this blue, really nice. Yep. And again, I'm really happy that they added the effect parts at this time, and I think the figure, I mean the Dragon Ball line for the Super Saiyan should have some sort of effect parts. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they will have an extra set just for effect parts later on for coming. Well, you do have that on sale already. They're probably just gonna add that on the future releases. Maybe they're gonna have a regular Goku with that. Another Kamehameha wave. But yeah, this is really great. And additional info, I actually showed this on my Super Saiyan Vegeta review. If you want to do a continuous fireball post just like this, there is a stand. It's called a Meat Cloth EX Display Stage. This is for Saint Seiya's, but it works really well for DBZ figuarts or pretty much other Dragon Ball figures out there. Unfortunately, it's currently sold out to the distributors I know or stores, so you may have to find another way to acquire them. So, you know, keep looking, but just an additional info. Alright, so here's a quick comparison with the Super Saiyan Vegeta. And one of the things I noticed again is the heavy pre-shading on regular Vegeta, which is great. I actually like it. It shows more details. But yeah, again, I kind of feel bad for those that are missing out on the Super Saiyan Vegeta since it's sold out everywhere. I don't know if they're gonna re-release that. But I mean, for those who are just starting now, getting a regular one and would like to have a Super Saiyan, I don't know. Hopefully, if they will re-release it, and you know, for others to catch up on their collection. All right, so that's pretty much it. I think. Oh, I almost forgot. I want to point out this is kind of like Goku's also, and I wonder if they're gonna have another one for the left hands, because this could be used for fusion pose, which is kind of interesting. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that is it for my review. Again, a really great figure. I'm really impressed with all the accessory it comes with, the effect parts. For the head, my only problem is the one that hasn't had a scouter connector part or the gap, but the other one is a little bit more solid. It fits in well, so not entirely too disappointed with the neck joint on this one. So there you have it. So until then, this is Meats. Thank you for watching.